Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, today we'll be covering the story of Prophet Hud alayhi salam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nuh alayhi salam lived for a short while after the flood. The creation grew many and spread in the lands. Every group of people chose a place where to live. Ad chose the land between Oman and Hadramaut for him and his children to live in. Ad had a big, strong body. He was 100 arm spans tall. His head was like a great dome. It was as if his eyes were the gates to a big city. Ad and his children built a great city with big pillars. It was called Iram. There was never a city like that in all the lands. Time quickly passed, and the people forgot the flood. They forgot that Allah saved their grandfathers from the flood, so that they could worship Allah alone. They again started worshipping idols and statues. The tribe of Ad used to drag their prisoners through the city of Iram. They would cut off their brows and forelocks so that all would know that they were prisoners of Ad. Ad gloated that they ruled the forelocks of people. Allah gave them many bounties. He let them to live to a long age. He blessed their bodies and gave them many good things. Their lands were filled with gardens and farms. They were also very clever. They had power and knowledge. Instead of being thankful, they denied Allah. They went through the world spreading corruption. They attacked whoever did not like them. They forgot Allah and worshipped three idols instead: Sada, Samud, and Al-Haba. Ad remained like that, disbelieving in Allah and spreading evil on earth. On the other side stood Hud alayhi salam. He was a pious man who was not happy that his people were worshipping idols and statues, and they denied the Rabb. He was big, built, and strong, just like the rest of them. He had a bright face and a noble lineage. Allah revealed to him that he must warn his people and tell them of Allah's signs. He must call them to worship Allah without any partner. Hud alayhi salam went to his people to call them to Allah and stop them from wrongdoing and attacking others. They said, "Who is stronger than us?" They forgot that Allah, who created them, is stronger than them. They did not stop at that. They said to Hud alayhi salam, "We see that you are stupid and think that you are a liar." Hud alayhi salam replied, "O my people, I am not stupid. I am a messenger from the Rabb of all the worlds. I bring you my Rabb's message. I am trustworthy and well-wishing for you." In that way, Hud alayhi salam tried to be loving to them. They were his people and he loved them. He wanted good for them by advising them. They increased in their sins. They heard him more and swore at him more. He reminded them about Allah's favors to them and warned them about his punishment. He reminded them of what happened to Nuh's people. He said, "Remember when he made you successors after Nuh's people and gave you long lives? Remember Allah's favors so that you can succeed." They replied, "How can you stop us from worshipping what we found our forefathers worshipping? The gods will be angry with us. They will strike you with madness and confusion because you do not worship them. You are already mad. We say that some gods have already struck you with evil. O Hud, you are mad." They then said, "We shall never leave our gods just because you say so. We do not believe in you." Hud alayhi salam tried a lot. He reminded them of Allah's greatness. He said, "I rely on Allah who is my Rabb and your Rabb. There is no beasts except that he holds its forelocks." However, everyone denied Hud alayhi salam. Only a few people from his tribe believed in him. Instead of believing in him, the people asked for punishment. They said, "Bring us what you promise if you speak the truth." Hud alayhi salam calmly replied, "That knowledge is with Allah." Signs of punishment started to be seen. The sky stopped raining. The animals stopped giving milk. The earth suffered drought for 3 complete years. The people did not believe. They stayed stubborn. They sent some men to the Kaaba to ask for rain and crops. These men from Ad met a man called Muawiyah bin Bakr. They drank wine with him. Slave girls sang for them, and they forgot why they had come. The leader, Qil bin Anazah, stood and reminded them that they had come to ask for rain. So they all went to the Kaaba. Qil saw 3 clouds, red, white, and black. A voice called out from the sky, "Choose a cloud for your people." Ubaid chose the black one. He thought that it had rain and goodness for his people. Allah sent the cloud to the city of Iram. She shouted and then fainted. When she gained consciousness, they asked her, "What did you see?" She replied, "I saw a wind like a fire. In front of it, there were men leading it." The people of Ad thought it was a rain cloud. They said, "This is a rain cloud which will give us rain." It was revealed to Hud alayhi salam that that was the punishment. So he said, "Rather, this is what you were in a hurry for, a wind in which there is a painful punishment." Everyone waited to see what was going to happen. The wind coming from the cloud grew stronger. It was a dry wind without any rain. The wind continued for 7 nights and 8 days, non-stop. If a man hid in a cave, the wind came in after him and killed him. In the same way, it destroyed the houses with the permission of its Rabb. They used to say, "Who is more powerful than us?" Here a wind was more powerful than them, and it was but a piece of Allah's punishment. All the disbelievers died. They were like the stumps of palm trees. As for Hud alayhi salam, Allah had ordered him and the believers to enter a place. Whenever the wind came, it just made their skin soft and made them feel happy. When the wind stopped, they came out. Hud alayhi salam lived for another 150 years. Now we'll talk about some beneficial lessons to take from the story of Prophet Hud alayhi salam. Number 1. People should not be proud about the strength Allah has given them. Number 2. Such strength must be used for good deeds. Number 3. Thank Allah for His many favors. Number 4. Worship Allah alone without any partners. Number 5. Believe in Allah and ask Him to save you. Number 6. Do not make dua against yourself. And number 7. Allah saves His believing slaves and protects against painful punishment. Alhamdulillah, we have covered the story of Prophet Hud alayhi salam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.